All right, Epiphany, when you're ready.
Hi everybody, I'm Maggie Hoffman.
I'm Sharia Patel.
I'm Emma Saad.
I'm Anna Medina.
I'm Ali Rashad.
And we're from the company Epiphany. So confidence is something everybody wants, but not exactly everybody has. In fact, 78% of young teenage girls feel unconfident in who they are and in what they wear. I know this is true because I was one of those girls. Growing up and going into high school, I was really unconfident in what I wore because I wanted to present my unique personality in a unique style, but I just didn't know how to do that. As we talked in a group, we realized that this is a huge problem of teenage girls having confidence in high school. Girls have almost no programs that they can come together with a positive community through fashion. So as we talked about this, we realized that this needs to be solved, and that's how we came up with the idea behind Epiphany.
So how are we going to help these girls find their confidence? Well, we knew that a cute outfit can make all the difference in their day. Outfit affects your mood, your confidence throughout the day. So we wanted to find a creative way for these girls to be able to share, buy, and find their favorite styles. The most effective means that we found about doing this is through a website. A website allows us to not only reach the largest amount of girls, but it also allows us to expand more seamlessly in the future. Not only that, but it allows us to incorporate things like social media and online shopping. Online shopping is a very important part of our website because it also has increased 22% over the last year. This is a form of shopping that is very popular amongst young generations, and this number is projected to grow in the coming years. We have 3 very important parts of our website. One being sharing. This allows girls to share their favorite styles with their friends, get feedback on their outfit, and learn new things about fashion. This helps girls because then they can inspire one another. Inspiration is the next part of our tab. With the social media aspect, girls are able to share and inspire one another by collaborating together to build each other up and create new fashion that maybe the other person didn't think of. This, for example, is something that a girl might post on the website, get feedback on, or even post on inspiration to help inspire other girls. And the last part of our website is a buying tab. This is the most important tab. This allows girls to take the outfits that they find that they like from their computer screens to their closets. The buying tab also incorporates incorporates clothing from boutiques. That way girls can continue to have a unique style, even conveniently. This is important. So, 71% of girls in the United States are on social media. Out of the 71%, a quarter of these girls are influenced by what they find in social media. So that means 1 in 4 girls. That means 1 in 4 girls will be influenced by what they find, and that will translate to a buy. Overall, Epiphany.com creates a very good form of online shopping because it includes social media, which encourages girls to go, and then later make it easy for them to buy outfits that they love.
So, marketing in our company, we found, is fairly easy due to the lack of competitors. We have found a new and unique way to online shop that no company has explored yet. Two of our closest competitors are Pinterest and Shine. Pinterest is very much an indirect competitor due to the fact that Pinterest does involve sharing items, but it doesn't provide the real-time feedback that we wanted, as well as it's harder to make connections with your customers. As well as Shine is also an indirect competitor because it does include the online shopping aspect that we wanted to do, as well as you can share, but again, it doesn't have that real-time aspect that helps you connect and grow a community. So our customer segment is teenage girls ages 12 to 17. We found that this is the best customer segment for us because we found that teenage girls between this age have confidence issues as well as are little insecure about what they wear, and that's what we're all about, helping girls find their confidence. Another customer segment is boutiques, which it really proves community aspect of our group as well, of our company, as well as they provide unique and trendy styles. So our total addressable market is 550 million girls in the Midwest with higher income families, but our service addressable market is 800,000 girls in Barrington area with higher income families.
So marketing is a huge aspect of Epiphany because this is what's going to bring girls to our website. So we will be using the Get, Keep, and Grow model. So basically how we're going to do this, to get customers, you want to go to different events where young girls are at. Like recently we went to the Girl Effect event. This is where a lot of girls in the age group were. We were able to talk and get many emails from them. We also, as Anna said, 71% of teenage girls use social media, so that's a huge aspect of what we have. And then to keep our customers, we plan on doing a newsletter, updating our site weekly with more posts and more fashion.
To grow our to grow our whole community, we plan on making more interactive connections with our girls because we found through one of our events with a club at the school, the girls really enjoyed meeting each other and kind of giving each other real-time feedback in that time.
Not only that, but expanding our company will also help grow to different locations as well.
Right now, we do not have any cost of goods sold due to the fact that we do not sell or provide out materials that we made. We sell other boutiques materials. So this is probably arguably the most important question: how do we make money? So we decided that out of all the clothes that we sell from a boutique, we will get 10% of what they made from those clothes sold. So on our 5-year model, you can see that our first 3 years start off slow. The first year's revenue would be $5,380, and the net income loss would be in the negatives. But by year 2, we will have grown to be able to have our revenue $19,440 and our net income to be $3,269. For years, as you can see in year 4, we've grown. We've almost doubled the size, and that's because instead of working on the Barrington area, we decided to work in Illinois, just like Illinois in general. And you can see the big jump from year 4 to 5 is when we're going to the whole Midwest. On our startup costs, most of our our costs are going to be in development. This also includes the development of our website. We have servers, we need to maintain them, and 6% is going to go to our administrative costs, which is office space and technology and just the things that we need. And we believe that marketing doesn't really need that much at this point because we believe that our marketing tactics already have been good already.
Also, compared to the other costs in technology and stuff, marketing is a lot less costly than other things.
So for SG&A expenses, 66% is going to go to, again, administrative costs, which include legal fees, and legal fees and office space. 26% is going to go to selling, which includes our boxes, the buying boxes and materials to be able to ship those packages out. And again, marketing is going to be 8% because we are planning to buy ads on Google and on Instagram. You can see that from years 1, 2, and 3, there is a steady growth because we are growing mostly the same. And then from year 4 and 5, there is a jump because, again, we are planning to expand to the whole Midwest in general.
So to figure out what we want to do, we had to start somewhere. This is where a minimal viable product comes into play. We found many examples of what may and may not work for our official business.
So I was in charge of creating the website in our MVP. So we did everything that you guys asked us for. We created both the social media, buying aspect, and the Inspire. So overall, some of the things that we found is we have over 30 users that are signed up, and we have over 100 emails of people that are interested in our products, including mothers, like parents, and people like that. We have had 2 fashion apps, and basically where teenage girls come to us asking us for fashion saves, and then we come and help. And then we have about 20 visitors per day on our website. So overall, we've used $134 for the MVP money for the website.
So from our MVP, we completed mostly everything that we wanted to from our timeline. We did social media launch, which we update very recently every single time that we have something to say. We also contact boutiques, and this is an ongoing process because we want to raise our boutique connections and our partnerships. We created our website landing page. Our landing page consisted of just the social media aspect and building a community in the beginning. We ordered our business cards. We ordered 250 of them, and they are very professionally detailed, exactly what we want to do. We opened the shop in our website, which allows girls to finally actually purchase things from our website. And we attended 2 conventions and an event. So the 2 conventions that we attended was the Parents and Family Expo and the Lady of Women's Expo. Both of these conventions showed us that people really liked what we were trying to do. Of course, at both these conventions, our teenage girls weren't really present, but a lot of parents were. So that emphasized the whole process of this is a great idea, and since girls ages 12 to 17 are usually funded by their parents, it showed the parents that this is a safe place where girls can buy items. We also had an event with the Girl Effect, and this was a great event for us because it really had girls interact with each other and kind of put our business in real life. This is something that we want to keep continuing as we go on. What we learned throughout MVP. We learned, first we learned about our communication. So this helped us, business-to-business communications was really important for us, and this is an aspect that we learned can kind of help us throughout the rest of Epiphany, and it was a great learning lesson. Pricing, we incorporated flexible pricing strategies because it could be hard for girls to buy a very expensive outfit, so we gave them the option of buying specific items from the outfit. And then our continuation, we want to continue with building more interactive events, such as the One Girl event, or the Girl Effect event. This really just emphasized what we wanted to do. What we changed was our revenue. We found that a partnership with a boutique works both ways. They offer us something and we offer them something. So we found that us offering advertisement to them would be a great way for us also to get revenue. So what we are doing, or will implement, is a monthly subscription for each boutique of $30 for their advertisement, and this is for each boutique, so as we gain more boutiques, so will our revenue.
So overall, throughout this, we came up with our valuation, and so we'll be asking for new investors for $26,000. So this will be made up of mostly our startup costs, which, as Emma said, are mostly for technology and administrative, have a minimum loss of about $5,000 and a liquidity cushion of $10,000. And so we'll be asking this for 7.6% equity.
We plan on exiting in year 4. This is because this is the best plan for both the investors and ourselves in making the most money. Also, we have a 60% discount rate because since we are technology, there is a high risk with technology. And we plan to sell to a strategic buyer such as Instagram because they have the best solution, or they have a very great impact on girls as we do. And our money multiple would be 6% for the investors, and then our revenue return, or our return rate would be about 57%.
So overall, I was able to overcome my challenges, and we at Epiphany think that we can help countless other girls too. Next year, 4 of us girls will be continuing on next year, and we thank you guys so much for your time and advice. Thank you.
What do you have there?
So what I learned from this was that a lot of work in a business, you need to put in a lot of work outside of school. You need to communicate a lot Goodyear partners, and it can't just be everyone has to put in the same amount of effort, and if you don't, you just won't.
True business.
Wow. Can you repeat that?
Right.
Every class.
Great job, girls.
Yeah, this is a really well done presentation. All the graphics are beautiful. The flow is great. I really love the conviction around why you guys exist around confidence. There's a very emotional calling to that, and it works. So,
Cool. Yeah, so I was getting the revenue piece. So you're getting revenue from boutiques, 30, in a subscription model, which is interesting and good. But you're also going to get revenue from selling.
So
Talk to me how that's selling. Is it affiliate marketing through Amazon, or how are you going to be doing that?
So we actually get the items from the boutiques, and we put their items on the website. And since it is their items, we sell for whatever the store would sell for, and then we get 10% of what comes off of there. So,
So
in the
$30
past,
a month plus 10% of whatever they sell.
yeah, or whatever we sell.
Well, right, through the
Yes.
website.
You're actually taking possession of the clothing.
Well, once a person buys it through the website, then we go and get it, and then we ship it to them. So,
Why don't you just have the store ship it directly?
well, we're still trying to get connections, or try to convince the boutique to do that, but that's definitely one of our main points to try.
We already have some boutiques who are already themselves are doing shipping, so they were very interested in the whole spreading their customers, because they only have local customers, so spreading that was very intriguing for them. So a few of them seem very open to maybe having like our boxes there, so that when an order is made, they can ship them from there.
Do you have any suppliers signed up already?
We are partnered with 4 boutiques right now, and in the past couple of days, we actually got a purchase. It was a $15 purchase, so we only made $1.50, but it showed that we can actually get a purchase through the website, and it all works. So that was really exciting for us.
How many boutiques are there that cater to that age group, that demographic, in the Barrington area, whatever geographic you're focusing on first?
In the Barrington area, we have 2, one girl and True Blue. And then we are also trying to get on board with Notice. They are a little bit older demographic, but some of their clothing does work since it is trendy and unique. That's kind of what we're going for.
And
I
also,
don't, go ahead.
we've been reaching out to some boutiques that are not in the Barrington area, but close to that.
Yeah, I don't really like the Barrington focus here. This is an online purchase, and you shouldn't limit yourself to the Barrington audience. Imagine Pinterest starting saying we're only going to focus on people in Cleveland, or it would be silly, right? So I would really encourage you to think differently about your target market. There's a little bit of math errors, like 50 million teenage girls get that. That's the U.S., that's not in, and then there was 800,000, that's not Barrington, that's probably the state of Illinois or something, I don't know.
I would broaden that confidence thing too in a big way. I can tell you that I love my wife, but dressing is like some can be a fear. What am I going to wear? And she's going to make, on certain times, she's going to make 4 phone calls to determine what she's going to wear. My niece is 32. It's even worse. So, and so what that's saying is that it's not just high school girls. You're deciding to focus on females, that's fine, but you can broaden that out significantly. And I forget the Barrington thing. You're selling this to anybody who'll buy it. And if you're doing it digitally, you can only work. You may only work with Barrington boutiques, but you can sell this to anybody.
Totally agree with that. The confidence issue does not diminish with age. But there's also a potential to simplify this, because I see the benefit that your business is offering is, in essence, a sisterhood, community advice. What Cara and I might, text pictures to each other, outfit A or outfit B, this is the audience. In essence, that's what you're doing, what you're offering is a way to build confidence. But I don't know if you need to get in the way by having to personally box items. can you just be the social conduit with the community that then connects these women, and big W there, with potential retailers, and don't get in the way. Don't have to touch their product. Let them go right to their website, but have it tracked back to you, so you get some percentage to affiliate marketing, so that way you can get the benefits of that, and also potentially support their sales because you are creating the confidence to go make that purchase.
Yeah, I think that would definitely be something that we would look for in the future. But the one issue is that some boutiques don't have a website and they don't sell their clothing.
That's a really important selling point, because really what you have to realize is that these people that are running boutiques now don't get that they're not, online marketing anymore, or they're not online marketing. And that's the
You guys bring that to the table, that's huge.
Yeah, actually,
You see all the Sears and everybody going out of business because everybody's buying online.
What you guys are bringing, value you're bringing, is that you know social media and how to play the game, and they don't.
Right.
And you've got the time and they don't, and the means. $30 a month is too cheap, way too cheap
Yeah.
for the value that you're bringing. And you only have limited space on your website to show ads. So, you could maybe 3, 4 ads. I mean, you don't want to overdo that, right?
Yeah.
So you should be charging $300 a month to be their social media manager and to display their stuff online.
That is such an awesome idea right there.
Yeah.
It is,
Thank you.
it's,
That's what we do here, yeah. When Michael says it's good, it's good.
no, but really, seriously.
1 minute here, 1 minute.
It's not, the advertising, in fact, you may want to not advertise because you're the access point to that
Be their
content.
social media manager.
This is all about somebody outsourcing their e-commerce and social media.
And still take a cut of what you sell.
Yeah.
Because of that would make a much better model.
Well, what else?
I
Your marketing is just, you gotta spend way more money in marketing. This is all about marketing.
Right.
So you were underplaying it as 1%. It really challenged you to think differently about that. Particularly if you're going to now say we're going to conquer the world. Last one, Barrington.
Yeah.
and I have to think 26,000 is a pretty big number for 7%. Because I think that if you have to make this shift to marketing, so instead of 6%, it's got to be 70%. And I'm not sure. I'm having a tough time with that math.
Well, there's
26
liquidity
grand is 7%.
cushion in there too.
Yeah.
Shift some of the liquidity cushion to
Yeah.
marketing.
So could you do it? What could you do for less?
That's the last point. We gotta move. All right, everybody.